Good evening and thanks for joining us for the news at 10. I'm Neil Hebert.
And I'm Karina Corral.
Well, it has been nearly 2 decades after the 9/11 attacks in New York City, and America is still reeling from the loss of thousands of lives on a somber September day. And here is a live look of New York City and the 9/11 tribute in lights. 2 blue beams shine where the Twin Towers once stood. U.S. leaders today reflect on the moment that changed our nation and the world forever. Whitney Wild takes a look back at the events of 9/11 and how America remembers.
You were looking at obviously a very disturbing live shot there.
About a dozen people showed up at Fire Station 5 in Santa Maria to come together and remember 9/11. The group remembered the people whose lives were lost. The fire department then put the flag at half-staff and sounded the fire horns as tribute. People talked about where they were on that fateful day.
I believe it's even more important these times right now as a country to stand together in solidarity. It's a day we always need to remember and never forget. We lost a lot of public safety members, lost a lot of citizens. It's a day that will live in infamy, and we need to always remember that, especially during this pandemic. Like I said, it's a time to stand together and remember.
People talked about how united the country was the next day and compared that to how divided the country is now. Firefighters expressed that people should treat each other kindly and with respect. The American Legion Post 534 in Orchid opened for the first time since March today to host a barbecue. Members say they want local veterans to know the post is open and there to support them and the community. And if you missed today's event, they'll be hosting another barbecue tomorrow from 1 to 8 p.m. at the American Legion on West Clark Avenue in Old Orchid. Tri-tip sandwiches and chips will be sold for $10. All seating will be outdoors. San Luis Obispo County reported 28 new cases of COVID-19 today. The total now stands at more than 3,200 cases. 8 people are hospitalized. 3 are in the ICU. 210 people are recovering at home and nearly 3,000 have recovered. 23 people have died. Tests are currently available to the public in Arroyo Grande, San Luis Obispo, and Morro Bay. Santa Barbara County health officials are reporting 2 new deaths. That brings the total amount of deaths to 105. Health officials are also reporting 30 new cases, bringing the total number to over 8,600. 38 people are hospitalized, 12 are in the ICU, over 8,300 have recovered. Paso People's Action hosted a Black Lives Matter Chalk and Talk event in downtown Paso Robles today. The co-founder of Paso Robles Action says this event was an opportunity for the community to come together and have an opportunity to have a dialogue. Community members were able to draw on the sidewalks with various messages such as "No justice, no peace." The group also served root beer floats during the event, which the co-founder says is meant to symbolize unity.
I hope that they see my messages and get the point of Black Lives Matter.
Chalk and Talk happens every second Friday of the month from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. California State University System has announced they will continue providing virtual instruction in January of 2021. This means all 23 campuses will continue having their coursework primarily delivered virtually. The chancellor said in a statement that due to a combination of factors, including the prevalence of COVID-19, absence of a vaccine, and insufficient testing has led to this decision. Now to a follow-up, a San Luis Obispo family is recovering after a car went crashing into their home. This is a look at the scene last night as first responders sorted through the damage. 3 of the 5 adults in the home were hurt. 1 of them is still in the hospital with serious injuries. Police say 4 teens between the ages of 14 and 17 were inside the car at the time of the crash. The 17-year-old driver was arrested for DUI. Police are now investigating whether that car was also part of a robbery at a nearby grocery store. And on tonight's Fire Watch, more than 14,000 firefighters remain on the front lines of 29 major wildfires burning across California. This is a look at the burn area of the Dolan fire near Big Sur. It is now over 111,000 acres and is just 26% contained after exploding in size over the last several days. Fire crews are working to keep the fire from spreading onto Fort Hunter Liggett, but dry conditions and winds are creating a challenge. Highway 1 is closed in the affected area from Ragged Point to Julia Pfeiffer Burns State Park. 3 people are dead, several others injured, and a dozen missing in the North Complex fire in Butte County. 2 bodies were found in the same location, and the 3rd victim was found in another location. Investigators are working to identify the remains and notify relatives. More than 100 people were rescued. The massive creek fire in Central California is burning out of control. The fire is burning in the mountains east of Fresno. Authorities rescued 142 people yesterday who were trapped by the flames. Rescue officials were forced to make 8 rescue trips yesterday alone. The creek fire is more than 163,000 acres and is 0% contained. The fire has destroyed more than 80 structures, including 60 homes. Thousands of homes are threatened and under evacuation orders. As the creek fire continues to burn, KSBY's Rob Schiff met up with one Shell Beach resident who was evacuated as the fire was just beginning to spread.
Huntington Lake is less.
Now to the latest. San Luis Obispo and Santa Barbara counties are reporting dozens of newly confirmed cases of coronavirus. San Luis Obispo County added 26 new cases today. The county's total is over 3,100. 10 people are hospitalized, 3 in the ICU. 226 people are recovering at home. 2,900 have recovered and 22 people have died in San Luis Obispo County. Santa Barbara County is reporting 51 new cases today and 2 new deaths. This brings the total number of confirmed cases to more than 8,500. 39 people are hospitalized, 13 are in the ICU. A total of 99 county residents have died. In the last 24 hours, 2 Cal Poly students who live on campus tested positive for COVID-19. The university says only 1 other on-campus student tested positive for the virus. Cal Poly provides testing through its campus health office. So far, they've given a total of 1,085 tests.